guys, Mr. Freecoiner coming back to you again today. Hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. All right, so just wanted to make a quick video here. I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. Of course, we got Bitcoin that's back down. It was at 808,000 yesterday, and as I mentioned, I just don't think this week is going to really produce much. I mean, we could see it a little bit later on, but there's really nothing set up. And to be honest with you guys, you got to remember the market moves when it moves. News, bits and whatnot. That's not what really moves the market a significant amount. It's just going to do what it's going to do because of other more pertinent underlying reasons, liquidity, all that stuff. Companies, of course, we're going to have institutions that will move the market to the higher rates, but right now, obviously, we're waiting for retail to really kind of kick in, and that's going to get us to a certain point, but all in all, it's not going to take us to the heights that we're really wanting it to go to. So what I mean by that is, we could see just from retail, XRP, for example, getting to $20, $25, possibly $30. I'm not so much, banking on that. I'm kind of hitting around very, very top $25. But, we'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. And of course, you got to remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just simply a guy out here giving you my opinion. Always do your own research and make your own decisions. Do not base anything on what I'm saying. All right. That being said, of course, we see Bitcoin, everything. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag right now. Things are down. Some things are red, some things are green. All in all, like I said, not a whole lot going to happen, I think, this week. So, we got the SEC possibly dropping its side of the, their appeal, which obviously Ripple has already done so. That'll be happening on the 3rd. I believe that's what I was showing the other day. And then we got the big, beautiful bill possibly getting passed by this week sometime. And Trump wants it on his desk by July 4th. We're still waiting for the Genius Act. I haven't seen anything more on it. But all in all, I think this week is just not going to be too exciting. Hopefully, we get a little something, but I think it's going to be reserved for after this weekend. Not sure exactly when, but when I look at the fact that we have, from July 4th up to the beginning of August, September, I believe within that window we could see the retail pump coming into the market, right? And again, I think, and I could be wrong, I think that's when the retail pump is going to happen. Later this year, I believe it's very possible we could see the institutional pump happen, especially for XRP. But that remains to be seen, and hey, we can only hope, right? But let me go ahead and get into some of these articles that I found out here, and let's talk about it. Okay, first article, XRP Price Prediction. Bull flag points to 2160 breakout target. And that sounds about right to me. I believe that the retail market is going to pump it somewhere around here, possibly at the most, maybe $25. And if you really want to, kind of be very optimistic, maybe 30. But I'm not seeing that. And it says XRP price targets range from 550 to 2160 based on adjusted bull flag predictions. Market cap analyst estimates XRP's value using both logarithmic and linear patterns. The projected market cap peaks up to 1.5 trillion, hitting at a maximum XRP price of over $25. And that's what I did a few calculations on that, and that's what I was kind of coming up with, 25 to 30 bucks. So we'll see. I mean, 1.5 trillion, that's a lot, but you got to remember XRP has always flipped ETH, and I believe ETH is probably going to get up to it. I mean, it has to get up there somewhere, maybe 1 or 2, not 2, but 1.5 trillion. And if that's the case, XRP would have to get there if it's gonna flip ETH. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Decoding XRP's market cap projections, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of this. I mean, you guys get the you get the message. Essentially, we are looking at possibly some very, very good numbers. If you have a few thousand XRP and you sell it at $21, I mean, that's a huge return. That's better than you can do pretty much anywhere, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully that is the case, right? All right. Here, expert says XRP holders who didn't sell won't be able to comprehend the wealth ahead, and I believe I believe that to be true for what I'm calling the retail pump, and especially the institutional pump. I fully believe we are headed for something that's just absolutely unimaginable. That's why I've been saying I'm going to sell a portion of my XRP, it's just speaking about XRP specifically, and then another portion I'm sitting on the back burner, because I believe those of us who have, the people with thousands of XRP are going to be, we're going to be on just a different level. Okay. Because imagine if you have 10,000 XRP and XRP is sitting at around $2,000. I mean, that will put you in a completely different realm financially, right? And the prestige that will come with that it's going to be just next level. All right. So again, I'm not going to go too much I'm not going to go into this. If you guys want to check it out, here's the title again. But interesting and very interesting stuff. It goes into what price will make you rich. It just depends on how much XRP you have and how much you're willing to sell, right? All right, so let's go. And there's one more thing I wanted to talk about here. I kind of wanted to just point out something so you guys, especially those of you who are new, you can spot scams. Okay, here it says XRP holders can earn daily passive income via cloud mining. Okay, so what's wrong with that statement? Well, number one, you don't mine XRP. XRP was fully mined in the very beginning. All of the coins that are ever going to exist have already been mined. So there is no XRP mining, right? These are scams. And when you dig into this article, where it's I don't know why Crypto News is talking about something like this, but to me it's a straight up scam, right? You put your money in it, and I'm sure there's a way, of course, to put cash or XRP, but it doesn't make any sense to me, and hey, maybe it's not a scam, but it reminds me so much of when I first came into the crypto market. There were so many what were called hypes that were operating at the time, and they were set up exactly like this. You put in money, and then over amount of time, you get all this money back daily. Like here, $100 time 2 days, you get a daily income of $5 total, $10. And then you go ahead and go down here where you get putting in $380,000 for 40 days, and you're supposed to get over $8,000 back every day. No, what they're doing is taking your money, and they're taking other people's money, and they're paying the people that came in first the money that the people that came in after them. And then what happens? Well, magically they get hacked, or something happens. They just disappear. This is exactly what was happening back in 2017, 2018. The exact same things. It is to a T. It's just there's a a little bit of seasoning on it here and there, just kind of spice it up. He's using XRP now. But no, if you're new to crypto, never do this. Never get involved with anything. Do not put your money in a platform that is saying they're going to pay you a certain amount of money, you know, after every day or whatever, and but you have to give them a upfront cash. Never do that, because it's 9 times out of 10 it's some type of scam. Okay, they're going to take your money. A lot of people lost millions of dollars back in 2017. Okay, and I was one of them. I lost some money in some of these platforms because I was totally ignorant about the crypto market. And with my experience, I'm passing this on to you. So if you're new, do not get involved in this stuff. All right, let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Yeah, I think that's really all. Just keep your eyes open, keep your heads on a swivel. As I've said before, we're about there, but just got to be patient for a little bit longer. And again, I mean, it could happen. Well, like I said, I don't think anything's gonna happen this week. It'll be after the weekend. Now, when exactly, I have no idea. It could be Monday. It could be a week after. Who knows? But all in all, it's coming. I mean, all of the several analysts and just folks out there are saying we are right there. It's about to happen. So be vigilant. Keep your coins safe, and yeah, just be smart. So if you have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button as well as the like button and the post notification button so you know when I post it again. Until next time, this has been Mr. Freecoiner. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.